Welcome everybody to this week's weekly webinar on creating the master calendar. Welcome back to school for a lot of you folks. I hope you had a great and restful summer. And we are getting ready to get underway with the 22-23 school year. Hard to imagine it's already 22-23. My name is Jake. I'm a trainer here with JMC. And I am joined today by Denise Drew and Sherry Phillips. They are also trainers with JMC. Joining us today, Denise and Sherry, can you hear me?
I sure can.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. It's always nice to be heard. So they're going to be kind of listening along today. And if you ever have any insights or anything like that to drop in, please feel free to do so. Today's weekly webinar is going to probably be short and sweet, but very, very necessary. So from back to school to spring break, JMC's master calendar will have your school year rocking until school's out for summer. Use the master schedule in JMC to set the first and last days of school, set the term dates, and set special days. So these are very necessary functions to get your school year underway, to allow your teachers to access grade books, to do all of that fun stuff in JMC that you're going to need to do. So if you have any questions, please invite you to use the question bar, that chat bar there. Feel free just to enter your question in and we will handle it as we go here. So first things first, we'll show you how to set the first and last day of the school year. Prior to performing a number of functions in JMC, including state reporting, you'll want to set your first and last day of school at the district level in JMC office to establish your district's official calendar. Your district calendar is the master calendar that sets the days that your school district will be in session. Office professionals with district level permissions can set the dates with just a couple of clicks. Really simple process, but you're going to want to be logged into the district level to do so. So you'll head to the switch building drop-down list on the upper right-hand corner of your JMC office page, and you will head to attendance calendar days to get started. Your number one indicator that you are not in the district level, you will not be able to edit these days. They'll be grayed out for you if you are on your building level. So step one, you'll select the first day of school and the last day of school from the first day of school and last day of school drop-down lists. Very simply enough, this is the first thing that you have to do under the district end. Set those days, click the save button in the upper right-hand corner, and you have just established your district's school calendar. You can also go through on the district end and establish days where you will have no school for, say, professional development or school-wide holidays. Simply double click the gray bar on a specific date in the calendar view to toggle through the no school day options. So you're going to continue double clicking the gray bar to cycle through no school AM, and no school PM, or blank, indicating a regular school day. So that will allow you to make changes to your school days. So if you have school-wide professional development in the afternoon of the 6th, September 6th, say, you would just double click that until you got to no school PM, for example. From there, you're ready to set the term dates. Setting the term dates is done in JMC office. Also gets you prepared for the new school year. Setting term dates in JMC office sets the wheels in motion for gradebook and attendance functions within JMC Teacher and JMC office. Whether your district utilizes quarters, semesters, trimesters, hexes, or any combination thereof, setting term dates in JMC office's calendar at the beginning of the school year will help you get off to a smooth start. So now you'll head to that switch building drop-down list and select the school building that you are going to be working in. So you can have separate term dates possibly for your elementary, your middle school, your high school, depending on how many JMC buildings you have. You'll head back to attendance calendar days in JMC office. You'll select the term dates radio button to enter and edit term beginning and end dates. Double click the gray bar on the day that represents either the start or the end of a term to open the grading term dates edit window. Weekend dates will remain editable, but they're grayed out on the calendar to help you identify what your typical school days would be. Fun fact, JMC automatically sets the start date for your first term and the end date for your last term according to the first and last day of school that's selected at the district level. So you don't have to do that. Step 3, once you've got that grading window open, you'll select the grading terms that take effect on the day that you've selected, whether that's the start of semester 1 or the start of quarter 1 or the start of the first trimester, the start of the first hex, and then click that save button in the bottom left-hand corner. You'll notice as you do so, dates will appear next to the term to indicate which days have dates set with them. Helpful tip, if you want to take a quick peek at your term dates, you can click that view term dates quick link on the side, and that will display all the term dates that you have currently set. The other option for the calendar is setting special days. The building level JMC calendar contains special days, which are partial or full non-instructional days within the established school year. Setting special no school days for holidays or professional development allows users to maintain an accurate count of instructional days throughout the school year to ensure students are meeting the required number of instructional days. And this can be done on a grade by grade basis at the building level, or it can be done for all grades. So you'll head in JMC office to that proper building to attendance calendar days, same spot. The first step, you'll select that special days radio button to begin selecting your non-instructional school days. Step 2, you can select the appropriate grade level, or you can choose all grades. So a couple different options here. Your special days are primarily for building level holidays or building level professional development, or maybe if you have days where your kindergartners aren't going to show up, but everybody else in your calendar is going to, you can set grades for, or you can set no school days for just your kindergarten. If you have school-wide no school days because of holidays, you do that on the district level, select the no school day there. Step 3, double click the day on the calendar to set the days particular grade level in your building has no school, and continue double clicking to toggle through those special days, similar to what you did on the district level to select a no school day. A school day, one that's listed as a school day, is a normal school day, including the number that's associated with that day. So if it's day 3, you'll see a number 3 next to school day. If you see, day 100, if that's something that your school celebrates, you can kind of target that, see which day 100 is without having to count the individual days. So kind of nice there. No school means you have no school for the entire day for that selected grade level. And then we have no school AM and no school PM options, which just indicates that the selected grade level does not have school in the morning or the afternoon. Sometimes you might track that. Sometimes you might not. That's totally up to your district and up to your state to determine whether or not that's relevant. So let's take a look at setting the district and building calendars in your school. So you've probably noticed if you logged into JMC for the first time this year, right up here in this upper middle portion, there's some red lettering that indicates to you term dates have not been set, or the beginning or end dates for your school year have not been set. So that is glaring out at you, or supposed to be glaring out at you to let you know that, hey, you have to perform this function before some of these other things in JMC are going to work, like teacher gradebook or attendance or things like that. So mine has gone away because I've already done this once for this school for a demo database. So what we're going to do first off is I'm going to head to the district level, and we're going to set our first and last day of school. I'm going to go to attendance, calendar, days. So I'm under attendance, calendar, days, again at the district level. And you'll notice I've already done this, but this would be blank. This would show up just like this, if I hadn't set the first and last day. So I'd simply come in here, I'd click the first day, whatever the first day is. So if it's August 23rd, I'd select August 23rd from the drop-down list. And my last day of school, that is June 1st, 2023, I'd select that, click save, and my first and last day of the school year have been saved. Very simple. If I need to set special days or no school days, or maybe I need to, this is kind of a cool feature that I didn't know existed. Maybe the first day of school is on the 23rd, but we've got a couple professional development days. I can come into our calendar and I can enter professional development for one of those calendar days, and it will show up on my calendar then as a professional development day, or it'll no longer be a no school day. I mean, it will be considered a no school day for your student count, but it will indicate to us that we have something going on. And I can see it's not really liking that. It's not cooperating with me right now, but I was under the impression that that worked. It worked at one time. So I think that's really okay. You double click on a gray bar to toggle a day to a no school day, a no school AM, a no school PM. You'll notice the page refreshes every time I do so. I can also take this back to a regular school day. If I double click it again, it shows up as a blank day. So I know that's a regular school day. So that's it on the district level. You click save, you're ready to move up out of that onto the building level. So I can do it one of two ways. I can just come over here and change to the school building. And now there's my red alert. It's letting me know, based on your course grading schemes, the following terms are missing start and end date. So it's letting me know, try 1, try 2, try 3, hex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These don't exist in my calendar. So I know I need to set those dates. You'll notice the first day and last day of school are grayed out. So I can't do anything with those. So at the building level, I'm going to select term dates. And now I'm going to come down here and click on the start date. So I've already got several of these set, but I'm going to go in here and set my try 1 start date. I've got my hex 1 start date as well. I click save and we're all good for that. Now I can go to the end date. I've got Q1 end there as well, but I can also end trimester 1 there, end hex 1 if that's where it's going to end. It probably wouldn't. It'd probably end somewhat before that, I would imagine. The hex or the try would end later, but you get the gist of setting your term dates. Setting special dates or special days would just be no school days. A couple things that I like to point out for this. So if I set a no school day for all grades, so we're going to come down to the second day of school here, and let's just say this is a no school day. I double click on it and it shows up as no school because I have this all grades selected. So it's no school for all of my students. If I change this to maybe kindergarten doesn't have school on the second day of school or the third day of school. I double click this and it's going to show up as no school for kindergarten. When I go back to all grades, this is going to let me know that, hey, this is a school day, but it varies by grade. So some of your grades don't have school on this day. For a lot of your grades, this is school day number 2 because we don't have school day number 1. School day number 1's over here. Skip a day, day 2. So it automatically updates your count. So it's a very handy tool to update your no school days throughout the year if you have a weathered day or something along those lines that you need to come in here. You can add that no school day and it will maintain the correct count. So if I change this back to a regular school day, just got to toggle through the options. Now this is back to school day 2 and we've resumed the regular count. I can click this view term dates link over here, and this is going to let me know the term dates for each of my semesters or quarters or trimesters, when those start and end. And Denise or Sherry, can you think of anything else on this, on school calendars? Anything that I'm missing?
I can't think of anything right now.
When you update, when you save these pages, when you update your days, you'll notice I didn't set try 2 or try 3, but I did set try 1. So now my red alert has gotten rid of try 1. So it's indicating to me, hey, try 2, try 3, hex 2, hex 3, hex 4, 5, 6. They still need your attention, or may need your attention. So if you're sitting there thinking, we don't have trimesters, why is this alert still showing up? Potentially under your schedules course, edit course data, if you created a course at any point that has a grading scheme that lists trimesters for term type, then the program will read that and say, hey, you do have a course built for these. You still need to set these dates if you're going to use that course eventually. So you can either, if it's a course that you're not using, you can get rid of those courses, or remove the term type, or you can just set those days in your calendar for when they would be to get rid of that alert. So any questions coming in from any folks that are watching along here on setting term dates?
I don't see
No
any.
questions.
All right, awesome. Well, that's pretty much all we've got today. I'll give you some upcoming news, JMC news. We've got several different webinars that are kind of geared toward where we are with the start of the school year. I know folks are amping up and starting to train their teachers and things like that. So we've got a webinar the first week of September on exploring JMC's edit menu, which is all student data related. Week 2, we've got communication from the sideline for coaches or advisors. So if you have, if you're setting up your activities, or even if you don't have activities, if you have para-educators or teachers or folks that might not be teachers in your district that need access to student information, such as contact information and a message center, communication from the sideline might be a great option for you. Plus, you'll get to listen to me again. September, the third week of September, the 21st, is all about dropping, adding, and re-entering students. So as we are a couple weeks into the new school year, you might have instances where folks are leaving or folks are joining your buildings after the school year has begun. For state reporting purposes, this would be a great webinar to attend. And then Exciting Innovations Part 1 at the end of September. So that'd be a great one to attend as well. We're also looking for 6 passionate part-time client service specialists in Nebraska, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Iowa. Client services specialist develops meaningful relationships with our users through communication, training, and support. In return, we offer competitive salary and the opportunity to work remotely. You can read the full job listing on our website or email hr@jmcinc.com with job application in the subject line. As always, we invite you to be social with us. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, @OnlineJMC, or check out our blog at jmcinc.com/news. I thank you for joining us for this webinar. I hope to see you at many more throughout the year and wish you good luck with the start of your school year. And as always, if you ever have any questions, please email training@jmcinc.com and we can help you out. Thank you very much, everybody.